Up next, a battle at 122 pounds. Debuting Maud Dore Cowlett, representing Academy Frontenac. Will have her hands full with New Era Muay Thai's Christy Balcom. There you see Maud.
It's great to see that Heroes Combat League has both male and female competitors.
Love it.
I think every promotion in town should be booking more female combat sports athletes. We definitely need them. We need more female coaches. We need more female officials. I think combat sports is equally about men as well as women fighting. So
Ronda Rousey and Cyborg.
definitely. Yeah.
Two enormous stars that people want to see.
Yeah. And her opponent, making her way down to the ring, her name is Christy Balcom, and she's fighting, as you mentioned, from New Era Muay Thai. She's making her debut. Now, John, I have an interesting story to tell you. I spoke to Christy about a month ago at a grappling show, and she mentioned that for her, this is a pivotal moment for her to be fighting because she's, just like everybody else, you go through personal challenges in your life, and she was at a point where she was in a tough situation. I don't think I need to get into the specifics. Long story short, she challenged herself and by saying that she wanted to fight, and tonight she's debuting here at Heroes Combat League. She's been training extremely hard. As you can see, she's got a determined
Fighting under the blue corner,
look.
making her in-ring debut and representing Academy Frontenac, Maud Dore Cowlett. And fighting out of the red corner, making her in-ring debut and representing New Era Muay Thai, Christy Balcom.
So, John, you've been covering combat sports for 15 years plus, and you've interviewed and spoken to high-level combat sports athletes from all over the world, and you've asked them why they fight. Well, what's the general answer? There are many answers.
There's so many answers. Some fight for the money. They really do. Some fight for the acclaim and the fame. The athletes, the ones that I love, the ones that I admire are the ones that just want to test themselves. They want to see how far their body and mind can go and what they can handle. And one of the greatest things I've had the chance to do is to talk to Renzo Gracie, the great jiu-jitsu master. And he said when Sakuraba broke his arm, his shoulder, nobody has ever been able to take his body to that level of pain before. He goes, I couldn't have done that without Sakuraba. So for some of these athletes, that they can only be their best version when they have somebody that's standing across the ring that's trained and is going to bring the best out in them. To me, mind-blowing.
So this is a C-class match, which means no elbows to the head or knees to the head, obviously to the body, but not to the head.
And that makes sense. At this level, I mentioned it before, just trying to get the feet wet. And as you pointed out, the officials going over to the corner Cowlett to explain that the elbow situation is she doesn't have any elbow protection on.
Yeah. That's kind of odd. Okay, he's someone's running in the back to get the elbow pads. That's what's great about having the MTO here.
and you know what? This is something that will serve a fighter very well if they decide to have a long career, because there's certain things like this because they're supposed to be fighting right now. In their mind, it's like, okay, why am I not fighting? It's already a stressful situation. So if you can manage your breathing and you can manage to deal with, okay, things aren't perfect, you can keep your mind calm to focus on the combat, because things aren't going to go perfect. You know, everybody has this idea that, okay, we're going to go out, I'm going to knock them out in 2 seconds. Well, what happens if you don't? Well, I'll knock them out in 30 seconds. Well, what happens if you don't? There's all these unknowns.
Exactly.
And when you can control your breathing and control your mind, I found and I feel that that's some of the best fighters that we have are the ones that are able to have full control over their minds and their emotions.
So you're alluding to sports psychology,
Yeah.
more or less. Yeah?
I think so. I think that, you know, because just think about the human instinct to not want to get inside of this ring.
Totally.
Your body mechanics are trying to prevent you because you're processing it.
Yeah.
You're processing that you're going to go in there and potentially, yeah, sure, you could have a great night, jump through the air and kick somebody in the head and they're laid out.
Yeah.
But the bigger reality is, yeah, I might win, but I'm probably going to get hurt in the process.
And just dealing with that adrenaline dump and yeah, controlling the breathing is certainly a good way to control the body and to clear the mind. Here, as the fans are excited to see Christy Balcom, a local here from Ottawa, versus Maude Caillouette from Frontenac.
You know, Caillouette certainly will be well prepared. We see Sanguier in her corner. Had a chance to call his fights live. Also an official, so a martial arts mind. Christy Balcom trying to wade her way through these dangerous waters.
It's turning into a slobber knocker already.
Yes, big punches. Both of these ladies looking to score with the shots to the cranium. And some thunderous right hands landed by Balcom. She has to be concerned, though, or she should be concerned about the burnout. And that adrenaline dump you talk about. Because if your energy is not managed, you could find yourself in a perilous situation. And I certainly like the look on the face of Maude Dore Caillouette as she is handling the power punches. Round kick partially scores for Caillouette.
Caillouette's corner saying in French that Christy's appearing to look tired.
Maybe she...
But she's still in it
Yeah,
there,
she
throwing
is.
those stiff jabs.
But did she burn all her energy as she intercepts the leg?
And in the first round there, Heroes Combat League fans are loving this. They're clapping. The second match of the night. John, what did you think of that first round?
Excellent round. Both of these ladies came out aggressive. It seemed that in the early stages it was Christy Balcom who was in charge, but Caillouette seemed to weather that storm, figure her opponent out, and start to score and play her own game. And I would not be surprised if we saw that bleed into round two.
You mentioned the point of cardio and energy, because she was going in, Christy was going in like a mad woman, right, 110%. How do you think that's going to impact?
I mean, the reality is she's done that a million times in training.
Sure.
But as we see, 0-0.
Right.
In training is very different than when you step inside of the ring. And even though you've done that so many times, there's so many environmental factors that can sap your energy. And I think now she's just got to be conservative. Yes, you want to go for the power punches, but not everyone has to be a power punch to the head. You save those. Will she make amendments going into the second round? I don't think so.
Yet another slobber knocker out here.
And maybe that's all she needs. Start strong, get ahead on the judges' scorecards, so to speak, and the result will play out the way it plays out.
Lots of aggression here in this second round.
The referee preventing the full throw. Willette scoring with a combination, then she eats a big right hand.
She definitely rocked her there.
Couple of left hands score for Willette.
Christie's corner is asking her to pressure and to attack. Big pop.
The biggest punch, the biggest strike landed thus far, and she follows it up again.
A jab cross combination, eh? And another one.
Getting the attention of her opponent and the referee. Willette.
She's relentless, John Ramsey. She's relentless.
Confidence certainly at an all-time high inside of the ring right now. Round kick blocked by Christy Balcom, and the crowd here at the Sala San Marco Hall loving what they're seeing from their Ottawa-based athlete.
I think that round certainly is going to assist her as she goes into the third as far as confidence and aggression. Are you feeling aggressive?
Oh, how can you not?
Sitting so close to the action here at Heroes Combat League.
You can smell the energy, you can taste the energy. Both the fighters getting last-minute instructions.
What would you be telling Red over there, Christy? What would you be telling her?
The only thing I would tell her is I feel, I mean, if you're in her corner, you're probably telling her either you're up 2 rounds or it's a round apiece. Of course, there's no guarantee of that, but the idea is it does not have to be headhunting. You can smash the body too. Because when you smash the body, the head opens up. And what we saw from Willette in the opening seconds, a variety of strikes. Constant forward pressure by Christy Balcom. Desperate to get her first victory. And you see the corner of Balcom signaling, move forward.
She's just going to overwhelm her with those jabs and crosses. Look at that relentless forward movement.
So clearly the corner of Balcom, they know that she's put in the work. They know she's in shape, and they want her to end it, to empty the tank right now. The referee adjusting the...
Maud Willette is breathing very hard right now. I mean, both of them are breathing hard, but you could tell she's slowed down. Her energy's not up as much.
Round kick had bad intentions.
He's getting clobbered.
Right now.
And she's returning the favor with a nice jab cross kick.
You know what they say?
They're both smiling, John.
Yeah, that's it.
They're both smiling.
Cowellette believes the best defense is to punch your opponent in the face as many times as humanly possible. Create the offense. You don't need the defense.
Christy Balcom is literally feeding her punches out here. Oh, stiff punch! Where did she get that energy? Where did she just get? What a solid match out here.
And after a steady diet of right hands, Christy Balcom confidently makes her way back to the red corner.
What a great match here. What a great fantastic. You know what? Both of them gave us 110%, and now it goes to the judges.
And you can see the crowd here. They're all on their feet, loving the action, appreciative of the hand-to-hand combat. And this has got to be one of the most nerve-wracking parts for a fighter. I spent all of that time, the weeks and weeks and weeks, sacrificing, getting up early, watching my diet, putting the work in. I get in here and I do battle for 3 rounds. But did I do enough? Did I win?
This is for both of these competitors. This is their debut, so this is a major deal for them personally and professionally.
And the reality is they'll be better fighters after today. Win, lose, or draw.
And the winner of this contest, as a result of an unanimous decision, fighting out of the red corner, Christy Balcom.
A huge pop from the crowd as Christy Balcom gets her first victory here at Heroes Combat League in Ottawa, Ontario. 1-0, and you know she's gonna party like it's 1999.
Great effort by Maud Cayouette. And, I'd love to see a rematch between both of these because that was extremely entertaining.
And competitive.
Big time, yes. Great matchmaking. Obviously, they're both debuting out here, but you could tell they were both at the same level.
And that's what it comes down to. You can have great fights as long as they're competitive.
Yeah.